tell you something embarrassing about my $20,000 debt story. And it wasn't the fear of collection calls or the fact that I was eating rice and eggs for weeks. It was the guilt that I felt when I finally decided that I wanted to be rich. Who was I to want more when I felt as though I'd already messed up so badly? And here's the thing about being a woman who wants money. We're taught to downplay it. Say things like, I don't need to be rich, but as if wanting money for its own sake makes you shallow, or that having financial ambition makes you materialistic, or my personal favorite, not like other girls. So we end up staying small, and we stay broke, and we stay stuck, and we're supposed to band-aid that by calling it humility. But here's what I figured out about being the dependent girlfriend who couldn't leave a bad situation because I didn't have any money of my own. Being broke doesn't make you humble, it makes you controllable. And I'm done asking permission for wanting more. I'm done pretending that my $20,000 of debt was bad luck or bad choices, when the real problem was that I was taught to let someone else handle the money, not ask for raises because it's aggressive, feel guilty for spending on myself, or that I was supposed to believe that struggling somehow equated to virtue. And you know what the patriarchy loves? Women who think being poor is spiritual, because broke women can't leave. They can't start businesses, they can't say no, and they can't build generational wealth that threatens the system. So I'm getting rich and I'm never asking for permission again. And so let me tell you how I learned this the hard way. A couple years ago, I was $20,000 in debt. I was in a severely unhappy relationship. I stayed in a job that underpaid me because it was out of necessity, and I should be grateful to have that job. And when I talked about wanting financial independence, people would tell me things like, money doesn't buy happiness, or you need to be content with what you have, or why are you so obsessed with money? Meanwhile, my male coworkers weren't being asked those questions when they were negotiating pay raises. So obviously there's a double standard there, and I made a decision. I bet on myself. Literally. I started a real estate business and a YouTube channel that is trying to teach women about financial independence. Because I realized if I can't talk about money, how am I supposed to expect to have it? And the craziest thing happened. Not only did I pay off my $20,000 of debt, which was crazy, but I built a business. I gained those skills. I learned more about myself. I understood what risks I was willing to take, and I created a life where I made my own decisions. But I think the guilt took longer than the debt to shake off. Here's what I want you to understand. Financial dependence is a trap that's meant to keep women small. When you don't have your own money, you can't leave bad relationships. You can't take career risks. You can't say no to things that harm you. You can't build the life that you actually want. And you know what I think the worst part about this is that we're told that this is normal, that it's fine to not know about investing or retirement accounts, or that it's okay to let someone else handle it. You're encouraged to have your partner handle it and to prioritize everyone else's needs before our own financial security. They want you to feel guilty about wanting money, because the moment that you stop feeling guilty, you become dangerous. You'll start asking for raises, building businesses, and investing, dare I say, creating generational wealth, and most importantly, leaving decisions that don't serve you. And that's exactly what they're afraid of. So here's my controversial take that is probably gonna piss people off. It is your obligation to get rich. Not because money is everything, but because your daughters are watching, your sisters need an example, your future self deserves options, and the women that come after you need proof that it's possible. Getting rich isn't about greed. It is about freedom to leave, freedom to start over, freedom to say no, freedom to build the life that you actually want to have, as opposed to the one that's placed upon you. All right, that's all fine and all, but how does this actually look like? Because getting rich sounds cute and all, but you actually need a system on how to get there. Here's the exact steps that I took. Number one, I tracked every single dollar. This wasn't to shame myself, but it was to see exactly where every dollar was going, because you can't change what you don't measure. Number two, I built an emergency fund. I started with $500, then I grew it to $1,000, then 3 months of expenses. Because you can't say no to bad situations if you're one paycheck away from a disaster. Step three, I invested in myself first. I asked for a raise. I raised my rates. And I said, this doesn't work for me without explaining myself to them. And step five, I studied money like my life depended on it. Success leaves clues. I learned about investing, high yield savings, side hustles, passive income. Not because I'm obsessed with money, but because I'm obsessed with having options. And look, I'm not saying money solves everything, but I am saying that being broke while trying to stay humble is not the flex that we were told it was. You deserve to be financially independent. You deserve to build wealth, and you deserve to want more without feeling guilty about it. And if you're ready to stop asking for permission and build the life that you actually want, I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm doing it. Next week, I'm gonna be breaking down my actual numbers, what I spend, what I save, what I invest. And I'm nowhere near my goal, and I'm nowhere near rich yet. But I believe that the way that we actually start to get there is about being transparent about what we're all doing to get there and what that actually looks like. So subscribe if you want the real story, not the Instagram reel or the pretty edits of all the highs and none of the lows. This is the real process of going from broke and guilty to financially free and absolutely unapologetic. I'm getting rich and I'm never asking for permission again. Are you coming with me?